Hey there, so it is that time of year again where I am going to give a quick tour of our 2026 cross-stitch planner. I know we're still only about just over halfway through 2025, but these start to come in soon, and the pre-orders are up to grab yours and be one of the first to get it. So this is my sample, so I like to just give you a quick peek inside so you can see what it is that you are, sorry I keep putting my hand in the way, what it is that you are getting in your planner. If you have been purchasing these from me for the past few years, because this will be our I think 5th year doing these ones, not too much has changed in terms of a lot of the basic layout, because we've kind of perfected where it's at and really like it the way it is. So obviously we always get the free box that comes with it, and it is big enough to store bobbins, or if you want to store kits or things like that, this box is definitely useful and reusable. So it doesn't have any dates, it's just the same neat little design that we do every year. So we are into 2026 at this point. So one thing that is different this year, which is not different on my sample because I decided it after, is our pen holder that is on the side here. In previous years, if people travel with this a lot or carry it to and from work a lot, it can tend to fall off here. So what we've done this year is you will get I'm holding my phone at the same time, so this is a bit weird. You will get one of 4 colors that is randomized, and these just have a sticker on the back, so you can choose to stick them on the inside of the front cover, the back cover, inside the box, or in anything you like to use. You don't even have to use it on the planner if you don't want to. Another really neat looking one is there's some fabric ones that kind of elastic on, and you can just keep your pen in the front, but this is an option just to still give you that pen loop without it automatically being on the side, and just in some fun little colors. So that's one thing that is different this year. Well, I guess that would be next year. So in terms of our regular style, everything is staying fairly similar. Like I said, with our hardcover, we're the same size as the 2025. We've got our corner protectors, our metal ring, all of that is staying the same. Our stickers are staying the same for this year. So you will have the 3 pages of stickers again. You'll get another set of them with some great stickers to help you with your cross-stitching progress, some stitchy based stickers. So for those of you that are a stitchy or a stitchy light, there are some stickers here, or even if you're hoping to become a stitchy, you can use these to help you track some cool stitchy information. And then another page of just sort of general stuff to help you with your day-to-day as well, because this planner is great not just for cross-stitching but also for everyday use as well. So in terms of the inside, this year there's a couple pages different. Most of the pages are staying the same. Like I said, we've sort of perfected our layout and style. So I'd obviously do take feedback every year, so things could change in years to come as well if things seem more popular or they're missing things or things like that. So this will, the layout does vary slightly, but not too much. In the end, it's just a great tool to help you keep track of your progress, and your day-to-day outside of cross-stitching can be done all in one planner. So you don't have to have a planner for your appointments or your kids or any of that stuff, and then one for your, you know what I mean, have 4 different books of different planning. Everything can be done in here because it is dated. There will be in future years an undated journal style, which is more of just to track your progress, not to worry about dates and all of that stuff. So but these are still our dated 2026. We stuck with the rose gold on the front for the date. We did add in Mr. Stitchy and Stitchy Light are now in the cover as well. So that's a little bit of a change. So in terms of the inside, we are, like I said, most of it will stay fairly similar to the way it was before. I will just slowly kind of show you through. Again, Mr. Stitchy and Stitchy Light make some appearances this year. You've got pages to set your year goal. You've got pages to see how much you stitch every day. There's pages to track your finishes, to track your work in progresses. These front ones I suggest using for those projects that will last you all year long, and then just use the monthly ones if you're going to be doing projects that are small and may only take 1 or 2 months. This is great for those projects that we all have that are going to be years and years long. So those are a great way to keep track of those. And then our regular progress trackers, a whole bunch of those. So you can use, again, these are great for those projects that are falling and going to be taking you more than 1 month, because you can track the entire year here, transfer your progress from the last year, and put it in here. I will be doing some floss tubes with some of our stitchies and myself to kind of show what we've used the planners for and what they're great for, how we track our progress. I will go through mine because I know I have one large project that travels year over year with me, that I transfer each year, so I can show you where I'm at in 2025 and then what I would do when I would go into 2026 on how to transfer it over. So there's lots of those pages. There is just a new page that is just some important links to our different stitch alongs, our different memberships, and the Stitchy Light information, then the full Stitchy information. So some quick links to know. So if you really want to join in just one stitch along or something like that, you can definitely just grab onto this page. It'll tell you when these happen and where to go to get yourself signed up. And then just some plain bullet dot kind of papers to use as you wish. These can be used to create patterns. These can be used to doodle. These can be used to make notes. They're kind of just free for all pages. Our theme for 2026 is going to be Life is a Circus, we'll call it. So the planner patterns are circus related. And then our free stitch along, just like every other year, has its own theme, but this year the themes will somewhat relate, and the new theme for the regular monthly challenge is going to be cute cryptids. So sort of not circus, but those freak show animals. These are mythical sort of animals in the most sense. So they will tie together. And this year, anybody who does purchase the planner in physical form or digital form will also be included in one big layout, so one big stitch along that will include both these planner patterns as well as the free ones. So that's something that's going to be new for 2026. And they'll all kind of go together. So you will have that before the beginning of the year with a layout on how to put everything together all in one instead of two separate ones this year. And next month, I will also unveil the commemorative 2026 needle minder that will match this theme as well. So you can keep an eye out for that this is being recorded in August. So in September, those will be available to start getting pre-ordered. So just a quick little sample of one of the patterns. I am going to skip past the borders or the dividers from here on, just so that the rest of them stay a surprise until the planner itself releases. Each month, you will still have the bullet kind of note pages. You will get a page for your shopping list. There's a little colorable version of the pattern here as well with its stitch count, so you can color this in when you finish it. You can color it in just for fun, whatever way you want. Our regular challenge pages, so these are the things you would get in your email every month. They're in here, so you can pre-prepare for the entire year if you like, or if that's your style, or you can wait and look at it at that month. We have another new one, which is just kind of a what's happening this month. It is divided into the weeks starting on Mondays. So if there's 4 Mondays, these are the 4 weeks. If there's 5 Mondays, then there'll be 5 of these. This is because our stitchies do get their releases every Monday. So this is a spot for them to be able to make notes on that. But you can also use it to make notes outside of the stitchy stuff, record different things that are happening with other stitch alongs you're in. Life events, the challenge itself, whatever you like. There's some note space here. You can get creative. I've tried to leave it as open as possible, so it's not a page that can only be used by so many people. Everybody has a way that they can make this useful. And then you have your monthly page as we normally have, with some quick spots to make some quick goals. We've got our report card for your WIPs for every month. So again, you can carry over your big projects. Like I will carry over all my big projects every month because I do try to work on some of them, but I put them all in here anyways. And then if you have smaller ones, you can add them in as well. If you choose and you want to use the front progress pages for your big ones and this little one for, say, you do little gifts and stuff, you can do that too. It is very flexible in the way that all of these work. I do plan to do some floss tubes very specifically on the individual ways to track things, and so I'll go through a big project and how to track it, or a bunch of little projects and how to track them, and fun ways to keep yourself motivated to keep cross stitching and getting things done at whatever pace it ends up. There is no specific pace that is the right pace, but just ways that you can feel that you're making progress on these things. So we have your monthly progress and finishes page. Again, a spot that you can just sort of put a bunch of different notes. I did also add in some don't forgets. So each month, if there's a specific stitch along that is public and available to everybody, and stitchies and lights, it will tell you when these things are happening. Then we have all of our regular pages. So every week you'll have a page to fill in. You've got some spots that you can put focusing, some to-do list checklists. You've got your cross stitch work, whip counting kind of thing, or you can just count how much, like, how many stitches you do each day, things like that. And then again, I started putting this year as well as to check your email. This is for everybody who has the planner, who's involved in the challenge, because that will be the email that has, I wasn't supposed to show you more than one of these, but it will have those patterns. And not these patterns, sorry, it'll have the cryptids. So next year will be the cryptids, the little free pattern, and it will have your challenge pages. So that's your reminder for those. So every month this will happen. These kind of repeat. I'm going to try not to spoil any more of the patterns now that I've showed, I think, 3 in total, because I have showed in the past one other one down at the beginning. So, and then at the back, we've got our resources as we have every year. So this is something you can use for your inventory. You can choose to transfer it every year. Whoops, I'm dropping things. You can transfer it every year. If you have different kits that you want to create this year, you can use it that way. Or you can just do it for your stash in its totality. Again, try to keep them flexible for different styles of organizing and things. So you've got a full floss list. Yep, this is going to fall now because it's heavy on one side. There, so you got a full floss list as normal, with space at the back of it for any, like, say, hand-dyed floss, things like that. You've got floss conversions, so the ones that I know are no longer or hard to get, and then some spaces for you if you find that there's others that are easily convertible, you can put there. Some more resources for what needles to use, what fabric to use, how to calculate the size of your fabric, and a little dictionary of, like, the slang of cross stitching. And we have another spot that is for important links. So those links at the front are there, but there's some more here of my links. And then there's a big space for you to be able to add whatever links you might find useful. Like, I know there's a yarn tree calculator that very easily does the fabric for you. I would write that in there because that's a really helpful page to have. And then this is just kind of a very simple budget page for your craft supplies. If, again, you're somebody who likes to track those things, you can track it that way. Some more note pages and some fun coloring pages. And then this year at the end of the thing, there is actually going to be a prize, we'll call it a coloring contest, drawing contest, where you can draw your own bobbin, submit this, and you can have a chance to win a needle minder. So that is a quick tour of 2026. So these are on sale for pre-order. The pre-orders are available until they get here and until they sell out. So at this point, I think I bring in 500. I think we've sold about 150. So like I said, the pre-order will stay up until the day they arrive. And then once they arrive, it's just purchase as normal. Once they do arrive, I will get them shipped out within usually about 2 weeks of when they get here. They get here late September. So these should all be in the mail in I'd say by late October. Give us some room just in case things slow down or something like that. So those are shipped out, so you'll have them with plenty of time before 2026. If you decide you want to purchase it closer, as long as you purchase it, I would say, before December 1st, you will for sure have it for the new year. If you're getting closer to Christmas, if you do it before Christmas, it is mostly UPS, so you should still get it before January 1st, but you will have it pretty close to the beginning, even if you do it right before Christmas. If you feel that you want to gift one of these to a friend that you cross stitch with or things like that, you can purchase one and make a note saying who it's going to, change the address. You can message me first and let me know. I can make the notes on the back end. I know that I have a number of stitchies who have been really wonderful angels in past years and have purchased them for other people. who they don't know. They just say, here's, I purchased an extra one, give it to somebody in need. I do keep a list of people who I come across as we do the challenges, in my Stitchy group, in the Light group, all of that I find that would need the smile. So I do keep a list, and then I will randomly pick somebody off that list if somebody is so gracious to donate one of these. So that is an option as well. So I will post this with the links below. So if you haven't pre-ordered, you can pre-order. If you're not a physical planner type person, we will also have the digital and printable versions. So the digital version is for GoodNotes or any of those programs where you're actually using it just straight on your tablet. And then the printable is just a PDF that you can print out the pages you want, or you can print out the whole thing and make your own planner as you wish. So those will be available in late November as well for purchase. If you do buy the printed one, then obviously you have the patterns here. You will still be sent the PDFs of the patterns that are in here. So if you use Pattern Keeper, you can still upload them that way. If you are a Stitchy or a Stitchy Light, you will get the digital and printable one for free included in your membership. And then the patterns themselves for our Stitchies will be in our Stitch Hub for you to grab as well. So they will be there and ready for you as well. And then there is a little bonus for the Stitchies, which I don't have a sample of because they didn't send me the sample, but all the Stitchies who purchase one do get 300 Stitch Bucks, which is our reward currency. That will be in your account once your purchase is complete. And then you will also get a little bundle note post-it with our Stitchy, with the bobbins on it as well. So those are some goodies that the Stitchies are getting as a bonus for purchasing the physical pattern planner, as that's the only one that's not included in the membership, obviously, because it is physical and it does need to be shipped. These are shipped, like I said, UPS most of the time. There are the odd places overseas that I do have to go through the postal service just because some areas aren't serviced by UPS, but I try to do UPS for as many as possible just because the shipping cost itself is significantly lower than the postal service. So I can't wait to dive into 2026. Keep an eye on the Flosstube for some other planner-related little segments to show you some great ways to use this product. If you have any questions, you know where I am. You can message me on Facebook. You can email me. You can catch me on Instagram. Lots of different places. So if you have questions, I am always free to answer. And I hope that we see your name pop up in the pre-order. I really think this is a great tool for any cross-stitcher, even if you're not a planner person. Hope this helps you dive into this a bit and make that decision a little easier for you, and have a great day.